लो गज के वाहेगुरु इधरों भी आवाज आ रही है इथों कितों नहीं आ रही गज के बोलो वाहेगुरु जैसो चंदा उगवा सूरज चढ़े हजार एते चानन होंदिया गुरबिन घोर अंधार. We'll come back to this pankti, but first of all, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. So we just want to thank everyone, first of all, for showing up, showing initiative. And I'm just going to pass it to Sableen first, so she can introduce some things.
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. So how are we all feeling post-camp? Post-camp blues? I bet everyone wants to just go back to Camp Jangai and be sitting with Bhai Singh Ji, listening to Bibi Satnam Kaur do Kirtan on a guitar, and listening to Bhai Navreet Singh Ji and his aloo stories, and the snakes.
Anyway, she can keep going. I know experience-wise, I've been to Khalsa camp 3 times, but sadly, for those people who didn't get to go this time, like me, missed out on experience, we've organised this event specifically so we can experience a bit of that. We can get a bit of that Khalsa camp experience. Some people, if we didn't get a chance this year, next year, Khalsa camp 2016, we hope everyone shows up.
So yeah, as Vijay said, we organised this specifically for people who didn't get to go to camp this year, so you can get a little bit of taste of what camp is like, and our speakers from the UK who've come very far just for us. So what we're going to do is today, Bhai Sahib is going to do like a brief lecture today, which you can ask a little bit of questions afterwards. And then tomorrow we're doing like a discussion and general question and answer session, followed by like a split sings and call workshop, so we can get a bit of up close and personal with the speakers. We don't get a lot of BBR, English speaking BBR all the time as well, so just to benefit from that, we can take full laha. Please guys, make it today and tomorrow. Take some time out. Let's show the UK wale some pyar.
Okay, so coming back to the pankti, Jaiso Chanda Ugva Suraj Chade Hazar Ete Chanan Hinya Gurbin Kaur Andar. So the English literary translations that we have for that is if hundreds of moons were to rise, if thousands of suns were to appear, even with such light, without the Guru, we still live in darkness, in pitch darkness. So what sort of channel do we want in our lives? What sort of light do we want? Is this Shabda Guru's Gyan? Are we living in Maya? Are we living in a trap? Are we living in pitch darkness? That's some of the questions that Bhai Sahib will be able to answer for us tomorrow, and why we need a Guru. Why Guru? That's the whole subject. So I'm going to invite Bhai Sahib Ji over. Bhai Sahib Ji? Ajo. So we're going to invite Bhai Sahib Ji over, and he's going to give you a little bit of an introduction while the hard drive gets in, because we're just running a little bit late. So, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Okay, everybody, just to start everything off, Gajaki, if everyone can give a response to the Fateh. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Not the kind of response I was expecting. I was expecting it to be a bit louder. Okay, I've been very disappointed since I've come here. Okay, since traveling around Sydney. The Sangat we've met, we don't see a lot of Chardi Kala. Okay, we've come around here, around Sydney, we've had the same problem. There's not enough people in Amritari, not enough people in Barna. You seem to have your feet up on the chair. And to be honest, it's pathetic. If we look at the situation in Australia at the moment, it's pathetic. It's not acceptable. You call speakers from outside. We come here to see what the so-called Chardikala of the Sangat is, and this is what you show us. No, I'm only joking. Okay. You keep your pair there, don't you worry. Okay. Wherever your feet go, okay. Guys, once again, just nice and gajke. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Oh my God, my hard drive's here as well. Okay. I can't be serious. Okay, I'm so sorry. I kind of nearly laughed while I was doing that, okay? Any of you that were at Khalsa camp, if you'd looked at their faces, you would have seen them laughing anyway, so they would have given it away as always, Tanveer, okay? Because they can't keep a straight face, okay? But I'm shaking. I felt really bad. There was a few of you that looked like you were going to cry. Yeah? There was a couple of you that looked like you were agreeing with me. I was like, have some pride in yourself. Have some self-respect for Australia. You know, if that was England, someone would have stood up straight away and goes, well then get out. Okay? You guys are kind of like, oh my God. The Nahang shouted at us. Okay? So, Mahaj's Kirpa has been the complete opposite. ਅਸੀਂ ਜਦ ਦੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਆਏ ਆ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਹੁਣ 10 ਦਿਨ ਹੋ ਗਏ? Yeah, something like that. Feels like a year. We've been here for about 10 days now. We started off in, it's my first trip to Australia. Australia? Tiga? Tiga. Okay, I'm having Santhya on the Australian language, okay? So, yeah, first trip, me and my Singhani, we travel around with what we call the Chalda Vaheer. Okay, Chalda Vaheer is a Jatha that started many, many years ago, way before I was born. It started in India by someone called Shahid Bhai Fauja Singh. Shahid Bhai Fauja Singh's aim was that people aren't coming to the Gurdwara. Okay, people don't want to come to the Gurdwara. Loki aakage. Kei maya che fas gaya, apne gharan de kamman che fase hoye a te Gurdware nahi koi ja reha. And we're saying, we're sitting in the Gurdwara saying, Loki aunde nahi Gurdware. Aj koi nahi aaya. And then the next day we're like, aj bhi nahi koi aaya. And then a year later we're still sitting there saying, aj bhi nahi koi aaya. You know, we have to address the problem. So what Shahid Bhai Fauja Singh, obviously before he became Shahid, he started a Jatha called the Chalda Vaheer. Chalda Vaheer is basically a moving vehicle. Okay, so they would travel around, okay, and these are well-educated people that go to work. Bhai Fauja Singh was an agriculture inspector, he spoke English. They would take a Jatha, they would take time out of work, travel around, and just spread the message of Sikhi. Okay? Not forcefully convert people, not scream and shout at people. You know, it was literally just going from village to village and saying, did you know you have an option of a better life? Okay, did you know that you have an option to have a sachi kirt wali jeevan, a sacha sucha jeevan, an ucha jeevan, uchi soch, man nima, mat uchi. You have this option. And that was their aim. Now sadly the Chalda Vaheer only lasted a few, maybe a couple of years before the government of India, who we love so much, decided to kill Bhai Fauja Singh and all of his Jatha. Okay? So it's usually the same ending for every story in Punjab, isn't it? Okay? So Bhai Sahib and his Jatha, they became Shaheed. And after they became Shaheed, the whole world woke up and thought, oh my God, what do we do about this? The whole world is talking about this, कि हुण की करिए? Singh शहीद हो गए, साडे सिंह मारे गए, उन्हें तो प्रचार करना सी, उन्हें तो राज लियाना सी खालसे दा, हुण असीं की करिए? And they thought and thought and thought about this for about 2 or 3 minutes before they went back to work, back to their families, back to everything. But one man didn't. Okay, one man didn't. Okay, a man called Bhai Rajinder Singh from UK. Aj UK wale di jadi sift karni asi, theek hai? So one man, Bhai Rajinder Singh, he was he had a very, very, he was very highly educated. Okay, he was university, he was an engineer, he had like an engineering degree. Okay, so very, 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 very well educated man looks at himself and says, so they're gone. And is that it? The mission finishes there? That's it now, Sikhi finishes. Because people still aren't coming to the Gurdwara. People still don't want to hear about Sikhi unless you take it to them. Okay? So he thinks, what do I do? So what does he do? He left everything. He left everything that he had, drops his job, his well-paid job, takes his family and says, we're going to do it now. Bhai Fauja Singh did it in the villages of India, and Bhai Rajinder Singh took it worldwide. Traveled the whole world. Okay? Australia, New Zealand, Fiji, Singapore, Malaysia, Hong Kong. Yeah? His family is here. Okay? So for that reason I'm checking over that I don't make any mistakes. And Bhai Sahib travelled around, and most of the Sikhi that you see set up on this, the opposite side of the world, okay, or what we like to call the dump in England, as you come to this side of the world, all the Gurdwara that were made, the Sikhi, everything flourished from Bhai Sahib. Okay? And then he thought, okay, so how am I going to work? Okay? So he started buying kapra. He used to go to Pakistan, he used to go to sevadar, make sure the Sikhi was in Chardhi Kala there, and he used to buy good kapra from there and then sell kapra in each country as he'd go. So he was working, he never took the money from the parchar. Okay? He would take his wife, Okay, Mataji, Balbir Kaur ji sitting there in the white chunni. Okay, you take his 3 children. They're sometimes homeschooled, sometimes back in school, sometimes homeschooled, sometimes back in school, taken around Europe, spreading the words of Sikhi, spreading the message of Sikhi. Unfortunately, okay, we can't blame the Indian government for this one, okay, but Bhai Sahib ji left the world very quickly, unfortunately, okay. So I think it was about 2001, okay. So Bhai Sahib ji left the world. It's very, very sad that we had to lose him so quickly. But now, there's a few of us that have got together and thought, no, Bhai Sahib ji's Singhni, Bibi Balbir Kaur, daughter Jatinder Kaur, myself, someone completely random, okay? We've decided that we're going to carry on the seva, okay? And we're going from country to country hoping that people will actually join this, enjoy what the Chalda Vaheer is, which is basically like a bit of a circus, yeah? We just go, we perform Sikhi right in front of you, and if you love it, you'll take it home with you, okay? And that's simply how it works, okay? It's just a simple method. Okay, we'll bring Sikhi to you. Why? Because we were lucky enough to have Sikhi change us. Okay, when I was young, I mean, most of you that went to Khalsa camp all know the Alu Saki, of course. Okay, so I'm going to tell it and like in short. Okay, so this is a true story. Okay, based on true events. Okay, because it's my life. Okay, so are we ready with what we were going to do there, or are you having technical difficulties as always? Let's not have a domestic in front of everyone. Okay. So, it's ready? There. See? Bas drona hunda Singhni nu. Yeah, you just tell her. Is it ready? Yes. So, the Allu Saki. When I was younger, my father was a very heavy drinker. Okay, very, very heavy drinker. He used to be in gangs and stuff like that. He used to have this thing where sharab di bottle khol ke na dad ne, and he used to take the takkan, and my dad's a strong guy, yeah, he's like 2-3 times the size of me, yeah, in muscle, not just fat. So he'd take the takkan, okay, and he'd crush the takkan in his hand, and we used to watch this as he bacche si la, we used to 4-5 saal di umar we used to watch him take this takkan, break it, and he'd go, oh, it won't fit on the bottle now, sara hi peena pena, oh. And my dad used to neck back this whole bottle after bottle after bottle. And when we were kids, this is what we had to watch. We had to watch our dad. And my dad goes, "Main kadi bachchiyan nu kuttna nahi." My dad say, "Then main kadi apne ghar wale nu kuttna nahi." That was my dad's principle. He goes, "Kadi apne bachchiyan nu nahi kuttna, te ghar wale nu nahi kuttna." So he never hit us. But when he'd get drunk, he'd get angry. So he'd find something to hit. The door, windows. He was always smashing stuff and he'd get angry. The TV. You know, we were like, "Sanu maar de ho, not the TV." You know, we were ordering of sauce for the TV, saying, "Aaj to ine bahut kuch dikhona si sanu, eh ta bahut cheti chala gaya." Yeah. So he used to smash stuff, and we had to watch. This is what we saw when we were kids. This is what we had to watch. It was very hard. My mum was always upset. You know, I remember us having to roll my dad into bed, take his shoes and his socks off. You know, and he'd wake up the next day, oh, get ready, we're going to the Gurdwara. Yeah, that used to be every Sunday. We still went to the Gurdwara every Sunday. Now, I had my hair cut at this time, okay? I used to love seeing Sardar Bande. Anyone with the dastar, so happy, yeah? And I used to go off to the Gurdwara, and I used to see all the, Sardars there. My cousins, they all had long hair. My dad had a pag as well. He used to cut his dadi, but only a pag banni hui si. And I used to be like, "Dad, main bhi waal rakhne a." No. "Dad, main bhi waal rakhne a." No. And it got to the point where I was getting quite forceful, and they used to actually haath pair fad ke mere and used to shave my head. Yeah. So anyway, things carried on. Luckily, at some point, sade kar akhand path si. Yeah, we luckily had an akhand path at our house. When we had the akhand path sahib, I was really excited. Yeah, because I used to look at the gyanis and the Singhs and think, oh, I want to look like them. So what I did was, luckily my dadi had bought gatre wali karpan choti ji from Amritsar, so everyone had one of them back in the day. So ek gatre wali karpan si, to mere koi kurta pajama si. So what I did was, main kurta pajama pa ke, gatra pa ke, and I walked down the stairs, and I said, "Main bhi gyani ha." You know, haje utte ho, there's nothing. It's still completely like short hair. And my dadi turned, she goes, "Aa kiya?" I was like, "Ki?" She goes, "Thille gurdwara te utte masjid." And I was like, "Huh?" Yeah. So it's like, basically, if you don't understand, it's basically saying it looks like a gurdwara down below, but it looks like a mosque on top. Okay. So I was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "But mere ko juda hai nahi, main ki kara?" You know, Dadi ji has an answer for everything. She can fix anything. You know, she can, you know, when you rip something, you're like, apart gaya, she'll be like, koi gal nahi. And she puts her hand in a juda and she pulls out a sui and a tagga and she just, you know, she has an answer for everything. So my Dadi goes, koi gal nahi. You know, eda bhi ilaj, eda bhi jawab de sakdi main. I was like, hanji. She goes to the kitchen and she gets a nice, big, round aloo. This is the aloo saki, everyone. Okay? So my Dadi goes and gets an aloo. The aloo rakh ke mere sir te, she made me a sardar. Okay, pataka banke. Okay. I don't even know where it is. It's on the hard drive. So there's a picture of me on the hard drive, so we won't even find it, so don't worry about it. I'm so sorry. I should have prepared this before. Satnam. Okay. So it's a picture of me with the aloo. Anyway, I'm so happy. I'm looking in the mirror and I finally look like a sardar. I'm so ecstatic, so happy. Take the Char Sahib and I'm just, you know, all 3 days, I'm just so excited. Oh my God, I'm a sardar. I'm a sardar, you know. And 3 days, you know, so first day of Akhand Path, second day, main idda hi raha, aloo ban ke, patka ban ke, gatra, karpan, everything. I was so ecstatic. Anyway, third day of the Akhand Path, okay, and I'm outside playing football, as you do at Akhand Path. So I'm outside playing football with all the other kids, you know. And as I'm playing, my aloo, it slips. So as he khedde ta aloo idhar nu aa gaya bechara. So anyway, my friends are saying to me, look, your aloo's fallen down. I'm like, oh, okay. So I don't know what to do, yeah? So I've not case study, I've never tried a patka, I have no idea what to do with this, okay? And plus I've never had a potato on my head, okay? So it's the first experience. So I ran inside, bhog pe gaya, khan parta, everyone's having langar, blah, blah, blah. So I'm running to mom, like, mom, the aloo fell. And mom's like, I'm busy in the langar. Apni dadi nu keh jaake. Went to my dadi, and my dadi is also busy. She was doing, my bibi dadi does kirtan, so I think she was doing kirtan at the time or something. So there's no one there to fix my aloo, okay? ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਆਏ ਸੀ ਘਰ ਅਖੰਡ ਪਾਠ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਕਰਨ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਉਹ ਇੱਕ ਟਕਸਾਲ ਦਾ ਸਿੰਘ ਸੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਪੁਰਾਣਾ ਐਂਡ ਉਹਦੀ ਸਿੰਘਣੀ ਉਹ ਕੇਸਕੀ ਬੰਦੀ ਸੀ and it's the first time I'd ever seen a bibi with a keskey on. So I was like, bibi's got a pug on, she'll know what to do. So I'm running over and I was like, bibi ji, I'm thinking in my head, what do I say? Because I didn't speak much Punjabi then either. So I'm thinking, what do I say? I was like, easy, bibi aloo ਢਿੱਲਾ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ. Okay, and bibi ji looking at me, she goes, ਪੁੱਤਰ ਜੀ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਬੋਲੀ ਦਾ ਹਾਂ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਹੀਦਾ ਇਹ ਕੇਸ ਆ ਹੈ ਤੂੰ ਕਹਿ ਮੇਰਾ ਜੂੜਾ ਕਰ ਦੋਗੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਬੋਲੀ ਦਾ ਐਵੇਂ ਉਹ ਚੰਗੀ ਬੋਲ ਪਈ and I'm a bit weary because she's got a kirpan on and I'm a bit like hers is bigger than mine. So I'm thinking, right, okay, what do I say? So I'm thinking maybe she didn't understand, yeah, because she's talking about something completely different. Case, I was like, what's case? Yeah, we didn't understand what case was. We used to have val, yeah, ke val hunde. We never knew what case was. And I was thinking, case. I was like, Bibi aloo tilla ho gaya. And I'm pointing at it, saying, tere agge ya sara kuch. You know, this isn't a catchphrase. You can see it's fallen. And I'm, what's wrong? So she looked at the aloo and she's like, edda nahi kahida. Huh? Tunu pata nahi? And I remember, the only thing I remember saying is, tunu pata nahi Bhai Taru Singh ji di sakhi pata nahi? And I was like, yeah, I remember that guy. You know, I've seen his picture at the Gurdwara. Oh, the khopdi lahati na kesan waste. Huh? Lokan ne shahidiyan pa liyan na kesan waste. To tu aloo kahi jana. है ना तू कह के मेरे केस वाल मेरे जूड़ा मेरा I was like bibi nahi mandi. So I unwrapped the patka and I pass her the aloo. Okay, as I pass her the aloo, she goes, what aa gaya? And at this point I'm thinking, this woman's nuts. I'm like, aloo aa. And मैं कही था जानने मेरा आलू ढिल्ला हो गया. She's like, हाय aa की kita sir nu. So anyway, I managed to tell her the story. I was like, my mum dad ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਲੈ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨਾਈ ਦੀ ਦੁਕਾਨ ਤੇ ਮੇਰੀਆਂ ਲੱਤਾਂ ਬਾਹਾਂ ਫੜ ਕੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਵਾਲ ਕੱਟਦੇ ਆ. So Bibi did the best thing ever. ਮੇਰੀ ਬਾਹਾਂ ਫੜ ਕੇ ਤੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਗਏ mum dad ਕੋਲ. She goes, ਇੱਧਰ ਆਓ. So mum dad like standing there. They were like, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਦੇ ਵਾਲ ਕਾਤੇ ਕੱਟਦੇ ਆ? Oh, ਇੱਦਾਂ ਆ.